Today's patch day as we await for the new Life and Death pack that's coming from The Sims 4. And patch day can be kind of scary because you can put your game at risk for getting corrupted with your save files if you don't do these 5 tips to make sure that you, as a simmer that plays a modded game, safely update your game and get it ready for this patch. But first, happy time zone. You look cute today, you smell good, you look hydrated. I hope you're having a great day. And the first thing that I'm gonna want for you to do is go to the EA app and make sure that you set it to offline. What we don't want to do is have the game update before we are able to get ourselves ready to do so. So I do recommend getting the EA app open before that patch goes out and setting it to offline mode. It can be tricky because for whatever reason, when you relaunch the app, reset your computer, the EA app likes to go to online from offline without your consent. So just keep in mind that might happen. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to pull up Twisted Mexie's patron page. And we are going to use better exceptions because what we want to do is find anything in our game that's already broken, that already has some tuning issues. So go ahead to the search bar and type in 3.13, and that's going to give you the current version of better exceptions. And again, this is just to ensure that we don't go into this patch with mods that are already broken with the last patch and hotfix that came out. I know I have some myself. So just when you download it, you just take it and you're going to drag it right into your mods folder. You don't want to put this in any subfolder. You're just going to drag it right on in. And once you get that done, make sure that you delete your local thumbnail cache before you launch the game. And then you're going to go ahead and load up The Sims 4. And then we're going to just go through the menu and see how we can use better exceptions to get our game ready. When you first launch your game, you're going to get this patch day alert, and it's going to tell you what mods have some tuning issues, what might be broken. So this is because I don't really play with better exceptions. I'm going to get this pop up immediately because I didn't have it in my game. So go ahead and let it run. Depending on your mods folder, this may take some time to scan, but keep in mind, and we'll go over this when mine pops up, that not everything you see on there is going to be an actual issue. Some of them are non-issues, and it's just going to take your discretion. You're just going to have to go through and assess them and see what is an issue and what is a non-issue. Here's my report. So I do have some things that have tuning issues, and tuning issues 9 times out of 10 they're going to be the mods that are lagging your games. Again, there are some, like a lot of my Wicked Whims animations, they always have tuning mods, but I don't notice a difference. And you'll know if something is messing up your game because when you take it out and your game is running more pristine and it loads in like 10 minutes versus your game taking 40 minutes to load up, that's how you know you don't need that mod. And baby, you just gotta let it go. I'm gonna touch your arm as I say this. Sometimes you gotta let the mod go, okay? So definitely, if it's patch day, if it's not patch day, if you see something that has a tuning mod, test it out, run your game with it, run your game without it, and see if it is actually causing some distress for your game. So now we're going to go ahead back into the game, and we're going to pull up the better exceptions menu. You'll see it in your notification panel as long as you did not delete the notifications yet. And you just want to go to open better exceptions menu. From there, we're going to check for conflicts. I always think it's important to see what is conflicting in your game. And this is just another housekeeping thing with, new content coming for the game, a new patch. You want to see if you have any mods that are overriding the same thing. The majority of conflict issues, again, are going to be non-issues. But you do have certain mods that are, overriding the same thing. Like that happens with relationship mods, that happens with pregnancy mods. I've had that happen to me a lot with pregnancy. You might have, 2 mods that are both affecting the term, the length of pregnancy. You might have something that's, overriding relationships in the same way. So what you really want to do is look through them and see, again, use your discretion, what is an issue and what is a non-issue. And then when you open this menu up, it's going to even have a pop-up that says this may be intentional, or you can see here that I have like some package files that is just like bulk grocery pasta, bulk grocery lentils, and like that's not a true conflict. So take the time to look through it, because again, if you do have a conflict that is a true conflict, let's say you have something that's overriding the time in the game. You know, you have two mods that affect the time in the game. That's going to be a conflict, and it's going to cause lag in your game. And you don't want to have any additional lag when there's a new patch, new content coming to The Sims 4. So once you look through all of your conflicts to see if there's anything you might want to get rid of, then we're going to go back into the game. And what I want you to do is go back to the better exceptions menu. And now we're going to check for the UI mods. We're going to look for anything that is modifying the user interface, because 10 times out of 10, it's going to be messed up. It's going to be corrupted. This happens every time. I don't know why anytime we get some new content, the EA always has to mess with the UI. Like, come on, find something else. Like, why do you have to mess with the UI? But you know, it's understandable. So you want to get those out, because UI mods can definitely wreak havoc on your game with a patch. They're always going to be broken. They're always going to have to be updated. If it's columns, if it's a loading screen, what have you. So you see here, I do have one. I did take out a lot of my UI mods with the last patch fix, because you know, the Grim Reaper thing that just broke our games. Yeah, I took a lot of mine out there. So I'm just going to make sure that I take out this simple blur and put it somewhere safe, like on my desktop. For this next part, we're going to be using the Sims 4 Mod Manager. And I really like this. It's a very powerful system. And what we're going to be using is the tools that allow you to find any duplicates that either have the same name or, you know, they're the same object, same item. So in the lower left corner, you're going to see the tool icon. You go ahead and click on that. And we're going to use the tool that is for duplicate files. Give that a click, and it's going to give you 3 different options. The last one you really don't have to worry about unless you've been using this mod for some time. But you have the exact same file name, which is going to locate files that have the exact same name. And then you have the exact same file. So that's going to find mods that are literally the same package file, you know, same ID, same thing, and it's going to find those. And what I like to do with this is I'm always going to take the older item and delete it, because it could be that it was updated and I just needed to get rid of the older version. And this is very good. It's very efficient in identifying any duplicates. You really don't want duplicates in your game. That's a no-no. So again, the goal here is just to reduce any issues or lag or anything that's going to cause extra stress on our system while we wait for the Sims to correct their spaghetti code. So we don't want to have any extra drama in our game that is not related to our Sims bickering with their neighbors. So definitely make sure you isolate out all of those duplicates, get them out your game. We don't want them. Next, what you really need to do, and this is very paramount, so you want to go ahead and make sure that you set a folder somewhere, and wherever you have that folder, you're going to want to copy and paste your tray files, your save files, and your mods folder. Because what happens with these patches is sometimes it causes things to get corrupted, and that's happened to me before. You don't want to lose the progress that you have been working on for weeks, months, years, what have you. So make sure that you put a backup of your stuff safely somewhere. That way, just in case there are any issues with the patch that we're about to get, that you know you have a safe file somewhere, you know, fresh, in case you need to delete all of those and start over. So if you use MC Command Center to manipulate time in the game, this next one is crucial, especially if you want to avoid your save file getting corrupted. So come to your nearest laptop, and you're going to pull up the MC Command Center settings. And then you're going to go to MCC settings and then go to the gameplay settings. and then game time speed. So the default is 25, and that's what you want to make sure that you have it set to. It tells you it right here. But if you are going into an update with your time warped in the game, majority of the time it's going to cause your save file to get corrupted. I don't know what it is, but this has happened to me from personal experience. If you leave that, setting like that, your game is going to get messed up. If you made it this far in the video, leave some green hearts below. That way we can manifest a very safe patch update for everybody that will be updating today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give the subscribe and like buttons big giant hugs. That lets YouTube know that you found this helpful and that you enjoyed your time here. Other than that, I will see you guys on next Tuesday for another Sims video if you like Sims content. And I also do Second Life videos on Thursday. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Be kind to yourself, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.